The forest takes but never gives back, they say. Tonight, we find out if that's true, and if the boy who followed Nnadozie still has a face to call his own. The night after the boy collapsed on his mother's mat, the villagers thought the horror had ended. The drums had not sounded for 2 nights. Chickens returned to their coops. The forest stood still, and even the wind seemed to rest. But the boy did not sleep. His eyes were open wide, unblinking. Sometimes, without warning, his lips moved, murmuring words no one could understand. His mother thought he was feverish until she leaned close enough to hear. He was whispering to someone who wasn't there. That night, just before midnight, the sound returned. Boom, boom, boom. It was not distant this time. It was at the edge of the village. The boy sat up, turned to the doorway of the hut and smiled. It was not the smile of a child. Without a word, he stood and began walking towards the sound. The villagers, awakened by the drums, peered through their windows. They saw him pass their huts. Some reached for him, but their arms felt frozen, heavy, useless. At the forest edge, the drums stopped. The boy stood in silence, staring into the darkness. Then, from between the trees, they emerged. The drummers, faceless, shrouded in mist, their white wrappers swaying, cowries clinking softly. At their center, Nnadozie, his face now a perfect black void, no trace of humanity left. One of the faceless beings stepped forward, placing a hand on the boy's head. The mist around them thickened, calling upwards as if alive. The boy tilted his head, listening. Then he began to speak. Only now every villager who watched could hear. They want what was taken from them, he said in a voice that was not his own. They want a drummer from every generation, forever. The villagers dared not move, dared not speak. The boy continued. A long time ago, the first drummer was a man who betrayed the spirits of the forest. He played their sacred rhythm for outsiders, and when the outsiders came to take the Iroquois heartwood, the spirit struck him down. But his soul could not live. It beat within the drums, and so it must be fed. One drummer every moonless season, chosen by the forest itself. The boy's eyes rolled white, and the drummers began to play again. The earth quaked, cracks snaking across the ground. Trees bent inward, their branches like dulled fingers reaching to the village. The boy stepped into the circle, his hands closed around a drum. The mist swallowed him. When it cleared, a small faceless figure stood where the boy had been, cowries swaying at his waist, drum gripped in hand. The circle turned as one and began walking back into the forest. The last sound the villagers heard was the boom of the smallest drum, keeping perfect time with the others. The boy's mother fell to her knees, screaming his name in the night, but the forest did not answer. Some say the Nkenke drums can still be heard, closer now, and if you hear them, don't look at the forest, don't count the beats, and whatever you do, do not follow.